In this video, we're going to go over the 10 street photography essentials. Before we get into it, my name is B. Smitty. I'm a photographer on the quest of the art life. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get into the first item. If you're interested in any of the items in this video, I have links below. So the first one is obvious. You'll need a camera, and the type of camera you use matters. So figure out what you want to use before you get out. And the second item, if you have a camera that changes lenses, is figure out what lens you want to shoot with. Usually I'll take a second lens. I don't really go with a whole kit of lenses if I'm walking around. If I'm taking this camera, I usually have this lens and one other lens is just the vibe that I'm on that day. If I want to take a super wide lens, I'll take that. Or if I want to take the 85 and maybe I'll try to shoot something with that. That's just my decision for that day. And I'll take this 35 1.8 along with my 28 millimeter Ricoh GR3. Number 3 is super important for street photography is dress properly. If it's cold, wear a hat, wear gloves, bring an extra jacket, wear tights under your jeans, whatever you got to do to stay warm if you're in cold conditions. I'm from Ohio and it's always colder than what I think it's going to be, so I overdress because once you're out for a few hours, that wind gets brutal in the cold weather days, so dress properly. Number 4 is an extension off number 3, and that is waterproof boots. You need waterproof boots. Trust me, get them, because you'll be walking around and you want to cut through some grass, and the grass is always wet. Trust me. And you don't want to walk around with wet socks. You don't want that happening. So invest in some waterproof boots. And the 5th thing to look into is camera bags. So this is a Ulanzi camera bag. It's a shoulder bag. It's real great. Works good. It's cheap. Repels water. I don't know if it's completely waterproof, but it definitely is legit. I have this Wotancraft shoulder bag over here. It's a little bit smaller, and then I have a backpack, and then I have a bigger messenger bag. I'm definitely a camera bag nerd. I have different sizes for different occasions. Number 6 is super important, and I forgot to add something probably early on this list, so I'm going to add it with this, is batteries and an SD card. Obviously, you'll need an SD card, and this one is legit. I have a bunch of these ones. It works for what I'm doing. I also have a Sony Tough SD card. That one's typically in my Ricoh camera, I believe. And then I have a bunch of these. Work great. I've never had a failing SD card ever. Knock on some plastic. And then so you want a bunch of batteries. These don't go together, but you'll need chargers, batteries, get extension cords, all that type of stuff. Besides what comes with the camera, I usually get 4 spare batteries for my cameras. Number 7 is the Peak Design strap. This one's actually called the Leash. I just love this camera strap because you put these little anchors on a camera, and all you do is that, and then you have a strap and you're good to go. Number 8 is just something I upgraded, is my tripod. I've had the same tripod for a long time, and this is by far my favorite one I've ever owned. I just love how it has these classic clips where you can extend it instead of like those twisty things that are super annoying and time consuming. This is a Ulanzi tripod, and it's so compact and it turns into like a full-size tripod. So I just love the design of this thing. Super nice for sure. Number 9 will save you a bunch of money in the long run, and that's a Yeti cup. Don't skip out. Spend a few extra bucks. Get a Yeti cup because these don't leak. I have 2 versions. I have this one. I have a longer one as well. It definitely saves you a bunch of money because if you just fill this up at home and take it out instead of stopping at like a gas station or whatever when you're out and spending like 3 something or 4 something for a drink, when you have something to just take with you, you're going to save all that money. And obviously if you shoot a lot of street photography and if you're out for a long time, you're going to end up getting thirsty. So definitely recommend getting one of these. And number 10 is a journal. The notes app and all that stuff in the iPhone or phones are really good, but there's nothing like writing things down in a journal and keeping you organized, because that's what this is for, is keeping you organized. There's no alerts in here. There's no bad messages in here. There's no bad news in here. This is what it's for, is your production, getting things organized, scheduling things out, and especially for the photos that you take and that type of thing when you want to post them. It's really nice to keep things organized and written down, and just keeps you in check for sure. Those are 10 street photography essentials. Thank you for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.